Liza P, Liza P, Lisa P. How about continue me? Liza P, hold the Manelli. Is Liza Minnelli's middle name like Penelope? There's no way her name's Liza Penelope Minnelli. Like, that's just too... I'm just going to say it. It's too Italian. So, in the last... I know what I must do. Okay, hang on. I should... Where did I got killed by a large man last time. I remember that, even though it was 2 days ago. I'm going to go get my souls back. And then I'm going to go to my bonfire. I don't remember what they're really called, to be honest with you. And then I'm going to upgrade this weapon. I think I need to go to the blacksmith. And upgrade my weapon. Oh wait, I didn't even know there was a ladder over here. Dude, we're making so much progress. Because I feel like I'm at the point in like a Souls game where you should not be running a +0 default weapon you found in the dirt, right? Like we're past that now as a society. Why not? Well, you know, it's just a little embarrassing. My souls! I remember how to play video games. I'm insane, dude! A change has done me good, like Sheryl Crow. Are you gonna watch the GameStop stocks movie? 0% chance. And it's not even because I find, like, the content detestable or annoying or whatever. It's... Is it... Be honest with me. Is it coming out in theaters, or is it one of those ones that's like, on Paramount Plus, day one, you wouldn't believe the crazy story behind the invention of Harvest Cheddar Sun Chips. You thought that partially hydrogenated corn oil snack that you've been eating for years was just something they cooked up in the damn laboratory? No, man, there's a sordid history behind the Harvest. Don't even get me started. At the end of the movie, Samuel L. Jackson shows up and he's got a green bag of Sun Chips, and you're like, oh, what the hell's going on with this green bag? And he's like, I think I'll call you French onion. And then it fades to black and you're like, oh shit. Anyway, it has Paul Dano in it, so it's probably going to be good. But I'm not going to see. Without being rude, I just don't see like much these days. I've watched Meet the Parents. I only watch movies that have original soundtracks done by Randy Newman, apparently. When you're a fool in love, seems like the sky is up above. You know what I'm talking about?
I picked up traces of high-powered energy originating far away. That's one mystery solved. Why don't we make a Legion arm with it? Mr. Vanini is the expert.
I haven't used
when it
my
comes
Legion
to
arm in
Legion
20
arms,
years.
But I'm pretty sure I can make one. The puppets get
Broken
fried
Social
easily
Scene
by
is doing the
electricity.
20-year
If you
anniversary
use
of
an
Let the
electric
People
Legion
In,
arm,
and
it'll
I'm
make
gonna
your
go
life
see it.
easier.
Now, listen, I didn't bring this up on Wednesday. It's possible that I might be mistaken, but you mentioned that, sorry, not yesterday, but on Tuesday you mentioned that. You know it's not called Let the People In, right? Unless I'm missing something. It's called You Forgot It in People. Let the People In, I think, is a combination of You Forgot It in People and Let the Right One In, which would be, I mean, a musical spectacular the likes of which we've never seen, but Fulminous, a Legion arm that holds powerful electricity. It was a different guy who made the same mistake. That seems that's like a my son is also named Bort type situation. You could just understand why I would find that difficult to believe. I was proud of myself people think that I don't pay attention to chat. They think I'm like a normal streamer, but I'm like a speed reader. I'm a pretty you got to be a speedy reader because there's so much to read. I felt amazing when I saw Cock Sniffer in chat, and then I was like, wait a minute, you changed your name. What happened with that? And he said someone reported me. I was like, I got your shit locked up. I got it locked in the reservoir. That was a crazy snipe. It's not a snipe. It's just in there, man. I saw all the shit you typed in 2015 when you were like, ironically a Republican, and then some of you have brought it back and gone way in the other direction, and some of you are now like unironically like 24-year-old Republicans, and I'm trying to, the database is constantly refreshing the table, okay? I got you all profiled right now. You know at the end of The Dark Knight when Morgan Freeman is like, I'm not gonna do, Bruce Wayne, I'm not gonna start the Patriot Act for you, because once you open Pandora's box you can't close it, and then Bruce Wayne is like, just open it, I'll close it. And Morgan Freeman's like, okay. That's basically what's constantly going on up here. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. Yes. I gotta get off of this, oh, not enough materials. I gotta get off of this inventory screen because I made fun of Kate for playing Honkai Star Rail, which I found incomprehensible. And now I'm doing exactly the same thing. So let's get out of here. Oh no, he knows I'm a bicycle urbanist? I got nothing against the bicycle urbanists at all. But I will say I was laughing because there's this group in Vancouver that's called like Vision Zero Vancouver, and their advocacy is like, let's design cities where nobody gets killed by cars. They're anti-car, but in I guess a practical way that is like, let's design safer intersections with greater visibility where people are incentivized to drive slower, etc., etc. And then there was like a reply in they're putting stickers on like dangerous intersections that are like, please be careful, like there's 109 accidents here every year or something like that. There's 60 accidents here every year. A motorist killed a cyclist here 2 years ago, etc., etc. I think it's interesting because when you're walking around, instead of just like, hey, this is the intersection of like Kingsway, Main, and East 7th, you're like, oh, I always thought this place was cursed, but actually, like, there's 400 accidents annually here, so I'm gonna, like, definitely look both ways before I cross the street. Then people were saying, well, one person in the comments was like, it also, and I agree with this, so you could be mad if you want to be mad, but it said it also relies on pedestrians paying close attention, so that they're not like, you know, walking during the no walk signal on busy streets and stuff like that, so that they're not getting clipped by bicyclists by walking in the bike lane when they're not paying attention, they're just looking at their phone. And then someone replied and said, I know, it's crazy to me that every once in a while, I'll see someone waiting at a stoplight with their toes over the sidewalk, like not paying attention. All it takes is like one distracted driver to drive over your toes and then you're gonna lose your foot forever. And someone replied and was like, that's because we as pedestrians are done ceding public space to motorists. And I was like, yeah, but it's your toes, dude. It's your toes. Like, I get it from a principled level, but at the same time, I'm like, they're gonna run over your foot and then they're gonna lose like 2 points on their license and you're gonna be like feeling that for life. Me personally, I'll just move my toes like 1.5 feet back from the sidewalk. All it takes, I mean, sometimes the curbs are only like an inch tall, man. That's not gonna stop like a GMC Suburban with, you know, some soccer mom's looking at her damn cell phone trying to make sure she's getting the right kind of lactose-free cheese string. That's not gonna stop her from running over my foot. I'm insane. I'm insanely almost dead. I can break you. I can break these cuffs. Confirmed. Okay, so I honestly expected that upgrading my weapon would like triple the damage. And it did not. It did not triple the damage in the slightest. But it did add a little bit, I think, didn't it, folks? There you go. Look at... Oh, that's a classic right there. A new personal best. Meh. 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 Oh! I've been here? Apparently I've been here. This is the start of the area? Also, I opened up a shortcut to the start of... No wonder everyone was like, you're going the wrong way. The Still Creek Costco's gotten way too busy. I hear you, brother. I mean, the thing is, there's no winning at Costco. Oh, this is where we fought the lad. Yeah, okay. Even when people say, like, don't go during peak hours, it's still busy. Like, there's... Sometimes you'll walk into, like, a store, usually it's a Subway, and there's, like, no customers. And you're like, this is amazing. And then sometimes, like, Costco, you just can't... You just got to accept that you're going to lose some time there. Costco is not a place where you can really go and be like, I'm going to shop efficiently. If I go grocery shopping by myself at a regular grocery store, I can get in, get what I need, and get out within like 6 minutes. I got a whole route planned. Costco, you gotta turn it into an adventure. You gotta be like, we're gonna spend 2 hours here. It takes as long as it takes. You gotta learn how to enjoy it. Well, I suppose I could have just walked across this the whole time, now that I think about it.
Accidenti. I have to stop them.
Dana Carvey? Also, you can get a poutine in the end. Well, no, I mean, listen. The poutine at Costco goes crazy. But the value of Costco is that it's cheaper. You pay $60 a year to go, and then if you shop there for your groceries, like every week, you'd save like $1,000 a year. But the poutine do be hidden.
All right, Benini. Pull yourself together. We have a duty to this city, and to your own sterling reputation.
I was in and out of Costco 25 minutes today. All I got was a flu shot and a hot dog.
No, easy now. No need to kill me.
It's a funny grocery list.
It's like reasonable people. Hold on. Geppetto's a friend of yours.
Kenneth Branagh is Venini.
I'm fine. Please, help me find my butler Pulcinella. He's a puppet and a friend. Those stalkers were supposed to be working for me. My butler went to barricade the back door, and I have... The factory is, of course, my priority.
Okay. We will find Pulcinella. Dulcinea. Now, this is a little classic Souls walking here. This is where Jack Nicholson truly became the Joker, when he fell into the vat of greenness. I remember that. I said greenness, by the way. Greenness. Nothing else. How insane is it that Jack Nicholson was the Joker, man? How insane is it that Robert De Niro is in The War on Grandpa? Okay. There's no jump button, so that's fine. There is? There is? What's the jump button? L3? L3 when running? Oh my god. Saved? You can do it. Oh, I gotta do it north to south instead of south to north, because if I roll upon landing, I don't want to land in the vat. Ooh, okay, I'm alive. Hey. Is De Niro the one who has 6 kids with 6 different women? I'm saying this without trying to be funny. I feel like that's Nick Cannon. But I definitely did hear that Robert De Niro... Oh, you piece of junk. They primed me! I did hear that he can't effectively turn down any role offered to him because he has such a punishing alimony settlement. Oh, you motherfucker. You piece of crap. Nick Cannon has a lot more kids, but they're only with 3 women. Alright. I thought they said Poggy Day. The Nick Cannon thing just blows me away, because didn't he have 2 kids with 2 different women that were born in the same week, or even like the same day? Like, that's just audacious, man. Like, if you have 6 kids over the course of 6 years with 3 different women, I'm not saying it, like, makes sense, but, like, you can sort of see how it would come to pass. But, like, you got 2 women pregnant in, like, the same 1 week period? That's, like, well, I don't know. Don't you have a job? Like, don't you have shit to do? It just seems like it's a lot of work, man. Like, even if you take no precautions, you gotta hit the Cliffy B skill check, like, 2 times in a row. And it's not guaranteed. I mean, like, I understand, statistically speaking, he might have just gotten lucky twice, but... Or unlucky, but I have to feel like he sees it as a blessing, given his proclivity for it. I'm just saying. Just relax, everybody. Anyway, that's what I heard about Robert De Niro. I'm gonna get you. It's every time. Jake Paul voice? It's every time, bro. Why is your timer impossible to time? There we go. You've been staggered. I'm gonna overheat to death regardless. Insane. I even got my SD back. One of the plays of all time. Get him, get him. I'm on fire again. That's okay, back it up. He's literally just a guy. He's literally strong as fuck, bro. No! I had him. Overcommitted. Oh. Yeah, it's crazy that Robert De Niro is going to be playing Travis Bickle in an Uber ad. Please no. Can he even do that? Like, I don't know. Doesn't he need Martin Scorsese's approval or something? Honestly, I'm just trying to get my souls back and then you can kill me. Scorsese's a munch. Eating the beans that I cooked up for lunch. Is that what you're saying? Okay, watch this, watch this. Ready? I back it up. I smack it up. I smack it up. You know what? Stick to what you know. Still gonna die to overheat. Unless I'm able to build up meter. Don't kill me! Get out of there. Get out of there. Run for your life. We're so close to our next SD. Hold the louder. Get out of there. Get out of there, kid. You had SD. I just needed my window. Have you leveled up your weapon? That's what we did right at the very start of this. We've taken our weapon to level 3. We tightened up the graphics on level 3. Fire robots are hard, man. I mean, have you enjoyed a pumpkin spice latte this year? No, I haven't been to Starbucks. I kind of, like, I wasn't an enormous Starbucks guy to begin with. This is not a good start. I'm dead. I'm not a big Starbucks guy to begin with, but after they announced that coincidentally they were closing down the only unionized Starbucks in Vancouver, that made it even more convenient to just say, like, fuck Starbucks as a coffee shop. I did go to a Starbucks in Everett, Washington, inside of a Safeway. Kill me if you must. My wife had just gotten her wisdom teeth taken out, and she wanted a passion fruit latte. They shut down 3 Starbucks in Ithaca for the same reason. That's, you know, I read the article about it, and it was like, yes, they unionized, but at the same time, the lease ran out, and blah, blah, blah. It's just business. I'm like, it's not just business, you liar. You enjoy a masala chai recently? I basically just drink coffee. I'm basically just a coffee guy. I've thought about upping my coffee game a bit. Certainly yesterday when it became apparent that my wife was ill, I was like, if there's ever been a time to start going 2 coffees a day for a little bit, it would be right now. Yep, you got me, kid. But I think I'm just a 1 coffee guy. I will say though, I think I'm starting to understand. I don't think you can drink. Obviously you can. Let me rephrase. I don't think I can drink 2 coffees a day, but I think now that I'm getting up at 5:20 in the morning, most days, I could get up, drink a coffee to come back to life. Like to back the tank myself, and then around like 11:30 in the morning, I could drink a latte or something like that. Something that cuts the caffeine with 1 micrometer of milk. Dim ergo fragment. Isn't that the guy they introduced on the new episode of Asuka? No, that's Jin Urso fragment. You know what? I'm realizing this is not a parry area. This is a dodge area. Look at the value we're getting out of the dodge here. Attribute purification ampule. There's got to be something there, right? Nope. Okay, watch this. You motherfucker, I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm kicking your ass. Do you mind? Never mind. Dude's got better accuracy stat in the clutch than Tom Brady and Madden 08. None SD. Kind of bad. Okay, but you know what? We play to win the game. I didn't think you could hot step me like that. I'm insane. Rebuild SD. Get him hard. I mean, hit him hard. Back off from the SD. There you go. Rebuild the second SD. They gave me no choice. He's coming up. That means we move. He's so cooked! Okay, not trying to get a perfect parry. That's annoying. Not trying to get a perfect parry on literally every attack and instead respecting the dodge is gonna change my life. I'm not even sweating that. That one we should have sweated. Yep, okay. We're so close though. How was it with your parents yesterday? It was good, honestly. It's nice to have them here. I haven't seen my parents since April, and they're here for like 2 weeks. It's honestly just nice to have like a little another avenue for baby handoff. Like, it's nice for them to see their granddaughter. And it's nice for their granddaughter to see them. It also, like, I mean, this is just parental realism, even if it sounds negative. You have to remember that over time, we've come to realize that every mommy vlogger who says every day is a gift has gone to prison for, like, child abuse. And then I feel like that increasingly vindicates me for saying, you know, sometimes when you have a kid, there's days that are like tougher than others, right? Instead of lying to people. It is illuminated for me, I think, how burned out I am a little bit. Because watching my mom play with my daughter at the park, I was like, oh yeah, I remember, like, when I've had a chance to rest and get refreshed and like take some self-care and focus on myself a little bit, this is the energy that I have when I'm playing at the playground. It's not like, oh, what is it this time? Oh, the swing? Of course, the swing. All right, it's always the swing with you, isn't it? Oh, and let me guess, next we're gonna do the slide. Okay, that one hurt. Good SD though. No choice but to stand in there and then... Alright, Silence, I own you. How do I do my visceral on you though? You must have a weak point that I can attack for massive damage. I've broken your weapon! Now please don't get new attacks as a result of that. I shouldn't have stood in the heat, but... Okay, that... Seems like that's how it goes in Souls sometimes, right? You're like, one dude is like, oh, I couldn't possibly beat him, and then the next time you beat him using like half of your heals. You really do be like that sometimes. Having a kid made me move closer to my folks for the same reason. I hear ya. You know, I used to... Well, you know what? It made me realize Ray Romano in Everybody Loves Raymond was a fucking hack, bro. Nah, that's okay. This must be a boss. Like, Ray Romano is so upset to live across the street from his parents in the show Everybody Loves Raymond. And you know, when I was like 11, I was like, so true. My parents won't let me eat all the potato chips I want to eat. It's so annoying. And now that I'm 34 with a kid, I'm like, holy cow. This guy's he's got beautiful kids, a stable job in like print media that doesn't even exist anymore, a loving, hot wife, and a supportive family. Plus a 7'5" police officer brother, so he's above the law. Like, what is Ray Romano complaining about, man? King's Flame. Fuoco. So far, so good. Sounds like the law's above him. So true. I mean, when the law is Brad Garrett, what can you expect? What was his job? I think he was a sports writer. If I remember correctly. And you know he was in it for the love of the game. Seems like most sports writing personalities these days basically just got into it to finance their gambling habit. Ray Romano did it back when that shit was still considered illegal and morally questionable. He probably had a bookie, but I'm saying it's a little different than just being able to boot up your phone. Okay. I'm ready. I'm still ready. I'm still ready. Oh, I'm ready. I'll double heal on that one. At least, it seems like we're doing good damage, man. Better than we used to, at least. We circle. Coming at me a little hot on that one, no doubt about it. Don't forget about Fulminous. I don't know when to weave it in. I'm sure there's a good opportunity somewhere. Lil Bro's breaking the whole factory. Lil Bro thinks he's Karl Marx for real. Hyper stalled piece of decrepit piece of crap. Okay, much, much better though. Slapping it in his damn ball. Pretend it's the ovens of Subway? I don't know what you want me to do about that. Hey NL, have you managed to not get sick? For now, yes. I mean, this is one of those times, I understand that this is not how germs work, but I literally can't get sick. So, I won't. Because it must be. Isn't that how quantum computers work? I'm just calculating the best solution. I'm not saying I lack the ability to get sick. I'm saying if we live in a just universe, a benevolent God would not let me be sick. Now, the cruelest God of all time would have me already be sick. So it's possible we're dealing with something in the middle. That was a good one. As soon as I saw the wife was sick, I opened up every window in the house, cranked up all the air filters, and took my multivitamin. And basically, I walked into our bedroom like 3 times just to see if she needed anything to make sure that she was not dying, and then went downstairs and slept on the couch. How was the couch? Honestly, not even close to as bad as I expected. I was out like a light and I slept uninterrupted basically till like 7 a.m. It was kind of amazing. I also don't that was bad. I also don't know if, I mean, this sounds like it's like I'm living through a war zone, which I'm not. But I feel like the times when I feel the most misery within the confines of like domestic tragedy is when things are like 65% bad. If I'm like, I have to do something I don't want to do, but oh, I really don't want to do it, but I have to do it. Oh, life is so fucking hard. I should just live my life like Bukowski, right? But then when shit gets like 95% hard, I'm like, let's go. Grandpa was in a damn shipping container getting offloaded at Juno Beach in Normandy. My ass we're going single dad mode for as long as it takes. It's like when I was talking about, well, I think I literally told the story like a week ago, but it's the same thing. When I was talking about it with another daycare dad, when we were talking about norovirus, he was like, honestly, sometimes it's harder in terms of the amount that you have to do, obviously, when it's just you. But it's sometimes easier psychologically because you know that the cavalry's not coming. Like, it's just you, so figure out a solution. You're Jim Lovell. This is Apollo 13. The CO2's bubbling up in your blood. Like, figure it out or die. It's crazy how much I own you. I still own him. That's a great spot for an ult. Oh, that's not so bad. That's not so bad. Lil bro, so stunnable. Okay, that was progress, though. That was progress. Yeah, like in a normal week, there's times where I might be like, oh, I can't believe I'm doing the dishes again. Someone in your house is sick. I mean, this is a bad one because we got a sink full of dirty dishes right now. But honestly, like, something had to give yesterday. But when you know, if it's just you, you're like, well, fucking nut up, do the dishes. Or don't. Wait, your Y can also pop the stun? What do you mean by pop the stun? Do you mean that when he's stunnable, the Y will trigger the stun? Or do you mean that it builds the meter that lets us stun? My sharpness! Look out for my next single, it's called My Sharpness. My sharpness makes all the pretty girls want to dance and take off their underpants. My sharpness makes all the pretty girls want to... Bad use of a heavy. Pretty good fight so far, though. Legit the worst attack he's ever done. Oh no, Lil Bro got stun locked. Oh, never mind. Get ready. Yep. Oh, you know what? This is where I'm gonna want to have those ampules ready. Bro said it's his day off. didn't expect part 2 and 3. That's okay. We're healing up. I'm crazy. I do not have an ult. If I had an ult there, your life would already be over, just so you know. Roll, 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 roll! Backstep, roll! Okay, hold, stam. Try not to get hit by pitch. Relax. I have to close the gap. I need stam to close the gap. I don't want to fight you in pitched battle. Extremely lucky. That one's just, I don't think I've ever seen it before. Oh! I had him on the ropes, too. The one thing I think is funny, I guess this is true about From Software games, too. It's funny how they say that those red attacks are like, you can't dodge them. But then you just absolutely can. Removes overheat. Removes special statuses. Increases attribute resistance. Okay. You can't block them? I thought in the tutorial it said you can't block or dodge. Perhaps I'm mistaken, though. Sorry for the Coke Zero burp, by the way. It does say that. Okay. I know you can perfect parry. That's what I've been fucking doing. Sorry. Like, you're more than the game's instruction manual. This is not a test. I'm not grading you based on how well you understand the game's basic mechanics. You can see it on the screen for yourself. That's pure greed. You're not really dodging, you're just moving out of the way. Do you hear yourselves when you say these things? Alright, I will be dodging. This guy's red equals dodge. That's what I've learned. I'm stamless. I've earned another heal. Well, you still didn't take that much damage from that, honestly. Forgot about the kick. I don't think I've earned a heal here, personally. Now I think I have. Bro, look, bro, you're standing on the circle. Get the hell out of town. He opted to not go. Oh no, he's going fire mode in the center of the arena. He runs a podcast about how to get rich investing in the zero interest rate environment. Now we need to get our ass to Mars, dodge those. Can I get some up close and personal flamethrower attacks, please? We dodge those apparently. Good kick. He got me there. Punted. When your daughter hit 2, did she start getting physically violent, like kicking and hitting stuff? Yeah, a little bit. Every once in a while, she'll, you know, I'll be like, it's time for bed. and she'll be like, no, and she'll kind of smack me a little bit, and then I go crazy mode on her. I say, hey! You gotta remember as an adult, the power that you have. Like, it's... trying to think of the best way to phrase it. Like, your kids should feel safe around you, but when they do something that's completely unacceptable, like hitting you, like, she shouldn't hit anybody. But the last person she should be hitting is me or Kate, because we're the, you know, the light of her life. We give you everything. I guess at the end of the day, I would rather you hit me than hit a stranger, because we can work it out in like a safe environment. Horrible fight so far. But at the same time, it's like a slap in the face. It's a complete betrayal when I'm like, you would hit your parent after everything we've done for you? But then when they test boundaries that are unacceptable, you know, like when they try to lick the toilet seat or they smack you in the face or something like that, that's where you go, hey! Don't forget about the fact I'm like a silverback gorilla. If I wanted to, at any point, I could rip all the limbs off your torso, okay? It's because of my kindness and my respect for our family that we don't do that. But there's terms and conditions that we have to be beholden to. We don't enact physical violence on one another. We treat each other with respect, okay? And then she's like, damn, fine. But you have to use your dad powers, like, sparingly. You have to use, in my opinion at least, you have to use it for only truly important stuff. You can't be like, hey! Eat your broccoli! Because then you lose the efficacy of it when it really counts. And that's what I seem to see a lot of dads messing up at Disney World. But anyway, I digress. Also, I own you. We already knew that, though. Totally worth it. I have to figure out when to own you. It's right now. That's the moment of owning. It's such a... I'll just eat that attack every time. He's going thermal mode. He didn't even make any fire. Please, let me heal. Okay. Oh, come on. 2 attacks at the same time? Let's get in there. Let's get some damage done. That one's got to be pitch perfect. Call me Anna Kendrick the way that one's got to be pitch perfect. Yep. Oh. Didn't use the potion? I mean, that's for the best, honestly. At that point. Saving it? No, I mean, you can go back and watch the footage. I switched to my, I switched to the the lower belt. I pressed the button to start drinking it, but he caught me with a projectile before it happened. Crazy. Good start. There's a little bit of pepper. We pepper you. That's a great start. I'm going to back up and heal. Good start. Don't get greedy, kid. That's greed. That's the definition of greed. That's just a tough one. That's a good combo. You followed it up nicely. I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10 on that one. Kick comes out pretty fast. I missed the thrusting baton. It was funny. It was horrible. I mean, it was like it had no damage and no range. It was like the average Eden run post The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. Like, it didn't make sense anymore. +2. Okay, that's just not the way you want to handle that one.